Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm doing a Lady Gaga Grammys inspired makeup tutorial. To be perfectly honest with you, this look was a lot harder than I thought it was going to be, but I did use a couple cool tips and tricks. I used, of course, the tape trick along the side of the eye to get that nice sharp cat eye, and I used a cream bronzer, which was a little bit different. The look this year was very much a nude lip, very easy on the face, and some people had really smoky eyes like Gaga, but other people went really bare and just a little bit of mascara. But I really liked the kind of green and silver look, and I used a Smashbox palette that I have that I never really used, and I thought that the green in it was perfect. So if you guys want to see how I got this look, then please just keep on watching. I will leave pictures and information in my blog, amberraybeauty.com, as always, so give this a thumbs up if you like it, and if there are any more Grammys looks you want to see, then please list them down below. So we're going to start with the eyes today, so I'm just taking some tape and placing that along the outside corner of my eye to create a nice cat shape. This is a foolproof way of creating a nice crisp line on the outside edge of your eye. So I'm going to start by taking this jumbo NYX eye pencil in shade Blackout and applying that really close to my lash line and a little bit up the side of the tape. I wanted this section of my eye to be really nice and green. I wanted the color to pop extra. I think in retrospect I maybe should have gone in with Milk instead, which is a white shade, but it's fine. It ended up working out anyway. So then I'm just taking my finger to kind of blend that out. I didn't want it to be a harsh line. I just wanted it to create a little bit of a base for that green eyeshadow. So speaking of that green eyeshadow, I'm going in with my Smashbox palette, first taking the shade Nude and applying that in my crease. On Gaga's eye, you can very clearly see that she does have some of that rich brown color in her crease. So next I'm taking the shade Emerald, which is the absolute star of the show. I'm taking that on a flat shader brush by Sigma and applying that on my mobile lid as well as a little bit up the side of my eye to create a cat eye effect. So just really took my time applying that eyeshadow using this brush at first and then moving along to a smaller brush just so that I could get a really precise cat eye outfit. Gaga's look featured a really beautiful inner corner highlight with silver, so I'm taking this shade from that same palette and applying it to the inner portion of my eye. I felt like I wasn't getting enough color payoff, so I took another brush, sprayed a little MAC Fix Plus on it, and then went back in. I decided that I needed to blend those colors together a little bit more, so I'm just taking a couple different brushes and blending those shades together so there's a seamless transition. Just going back in. A lot of this look is me just going back over places that I already have color just to really intensify those areas. So that's why I'm going back in with that small brush that I had also sprayed with some Fix Plus and just going over that cat eye. Building up a little bit of extra green on that mobile lid as well, and then going back in with my blending brush. So I went ahead and did the other eye off camera, and then this is the most satisfying part where you take off the tape and see how nicely that turned out. For foundation, I chose to go with the NARS Sheer Glow Foundation, and then I sprayed my brush with a little bit of the L'Oreal Infallible Makeup Extender Spray. Just wanted to sheer that foundation out a little bit and make sure it lasted nice and long, so I felt like this spray would do the trick, and it absolutely did. So I'm just buffing that in using my Real Techniques buffing brush. For concealer today, I'm going in with my Maybelline Instant Age Rewinder Concealer, just taking that underneath my eyes and then a couple other places on the face. This concealer tends to also highlight a little bit as well, so I just wanted to even out my face and not just have it right underneath my eyes, so just putting a little bit on the chin, around the mouth, and on the forehead as well. Next, I'm taking this Real Techniques brush and just using that to blend in the concealer. So just going underneath my eyes, along the chin and the forehead as well. I felt like that little brush didn't totally do the job, so I'm just grabbing my buffing brush that I use for my foundation, going over those edges just to make sure that everything is nice and seamless, and you can't see exactly where the concealer is, but you can still see the brightness that it gives the skin. Next, I'm just taking a small brush and going back in with that silver shade because I felt like it got a little lost in the concealing process. And then I'm grabbing that black pencil once again and placing it underneath my eyes, and then buffing that green emerald shade over top. To really round out the eyeshadow look, I decided to take that color all the way around the eyes. I wanted to make sure to kind of connect the top of the eye with the underneath of the eye. So I'm just using emerald to complete the look. And then I'm grabbing my brush once again and just blending it out to soften it ever so slightly. And then in that process, I lost a little bit of the intensity, so just going back in with that small brush. Taking that shade silver again and putting it underneath my eyes. And then I'm grabbing the shade called Obsidian, placing it along my lower lash line and then on the outer V of my eye as well, just to intensify everything a little bit. For bronzer today, I'm using this cream bronzer by Sonia Kashuk and using the same brush I use for my foundation just to kind of buff that along my cheeks and a little bit on the forehead as well, just to kind of bronze up the skin, give it a little bit of warmth. Now that we're done with all the creams, I'm taking my Mercier Secret Brightening Powder and using that to set my under eye concealer, as well as a few other places on my face that tend to kind of fade away. So just wanted to make sure that nothing was going to go anywhere because we spent a long time on the skin, so just using that powder to make sure everything stays put. For blush today, I'm using Makeup Geek's Bliss. It's a very neutral shade, and Gaga didn't look like she had very much going on the cheek, so I wanted to keep it pretty easy. Then we're moving on to eyebrows. I'm using my Maybelline Define a Brow Pencil in medium brown, just taking that through the brows, extending the tail a tiny bit, and filling in any sparse areas of the brow. And when I'm complete with that, I have to set them, of course, with my Maybelline Brow Drama Gel in medium deep brown. I believe that's the shade, but I'll leave it down below. For mascara today, we are using the Smashbox Full Exposure Mascara. And then I am going in with this NYX Lip Pencil in Natural, using it to outline my lips and fill them in as well. This is going to create a nice base for the butter gloss that we're going to place over top in just a moment. And here is that butter gloss. I don't remember exactly which shade I used, but I will leave it down below in the description box. So this is the finished look, you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. It is something a little bit more bold, a little bit more unusual, but it's super fun. I really like this look. You can use any colors that you want. If you like this, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you soon.